Black coat, cold gaze, calm expression. And the moment his eyes landed on Theong, they softened slightly, just slightly. Hoseok whispered, "Oh my god." Ayo whispered back, "He is Woo's in person." Shankuk walked straight toward their table, no hesitation. Eyes sharp made the cafe quieter until he stopped right beside Theong. Then, completely ignoring everyone else, he leaned down slightly. "Did I interrupt?" Theong Prince stopped walking behind him. Five friends simultaneously whispered, "He is unreal." The cafe went completely silent as Yeon Shankar stood beside the table, eyes locked only on Kim Theong. Theong's brain was obviously not functioning. Jimin was the first to break the silence. "So, you are really him?" Shankar glanced at him briefly. "And you are?" "His best friend, Jimin." Jimin said proudly. Shankuk nodded once. "I see." Hoseok leaned forward, half excited, half terrified. "So, hi sir." Ayo whispered. "Why am I suddenly respectful?" Shayong muttered, "Because he looks like he can end career with eye contact." Hyungi just sighed. "This is embarrassing." Shankuk finally looked at Thong. "You didn't eat lunch?" Thong blinked. "How do you know that?" I asked. "You mean you asked like 5 times?" Shankuk didn't deny it. That alone made Theong ears turn red. Jimin suddenly couldn't hold back anymore. "So," he dragged the word out, eyes shining with curiosity, "are you actually going to marry him?" The entire table froze. Theong's eyes went wide. "Jimin." But it was too late. Shankuk looked at Theong now, properly, calm, unbothered, like the question was already answered in his mind long ago. Theong flustered eyebrows, suddenly slapped Jimin's arm. For everyone, Shankuk gaze softened, just a fiction. Then get used to it. Tom froze. The simple line hit harder than anything else. Behind them, Jimin whispered dramatically, "He is already mentally married to him." Ayu whispered back, "You are witnessing a slow takeover." Thong buried his face in his hand again. "I am never coming to university again." Shinku, completely calm, pulled out a chair and sat beside him like it was the most normal thing in the world. "Finish your food," he said softly, then quiet, "Only for Thong, and don't hide your face from me." Thong peeked through the finger. "Bossy?" Shankuk humor. "Yours." The entire table stayed emotionally destroyed. After John Shankuk casually announced that he was going to marry Kim Thong, Thong was still hiding his burning face behind both hands. Meanwhile, Shankuk looked perfectly calm, as if he hadn't just changed everyone's brain chemistry. Hoseok suddenly leaned forward again with dangerous curiosity in his eyes. "Fate." Thong immediately sensed disaster. "No, you don't even know the question it." "Yes, I do." Jimin pointed dramatically between them. "Do you two live together?" Thong's soul nearly left his body. "No." "Too fast, way too fast." Everyone narrowed their eyes immediately. Shankuk looked beside him lazily. "You are a terrifying liar." Thong looked horrified. "Don't expose me," Shayong gasped loudly. "You do live together." Thong panicked instantly. "It's not like that." I looked deeply suspicious. "Then what it is like that?" Thong opened his mouth, then closed it again. Because honestly, how was he supposed to explain this? That he technically had his own room and somehow still ended up sleeping beside Shankuk half the time. And Shankuk waited for him after classes. That they are dining together every night. That the mansion staff already treated him like a married couple. Thong's Silence exposed him completely. Jimmy slowly stood up from his chair. Oh my god. Hoseo grabbed his own chest dramatically. Hey, they domesticated each other. Tong pointed accusingly. Nobody domesticated anyone. Shanku calmly took a sip of Tong's drink. We lived together. The cafe exploded. What? He admitted it so easily. You shared our house. Ayu looked personally betrayed. And you didn't tell us? Tong looked second away from crying. I was going to. When? After the wedding? Jimmy nailed it. Shungi rubbed his forehead tiredly. This explains too much. Shayon leaned across the table dramatically. So, are we talking to Miss? Shankuk answered immediately. No. Tong shook her violently. Jungkook. The mafia boss looked completely innocent. What? You are doing this on purpose. A little. Hoseok looked dizzy from excitement. Wait. He pointed at Tong dramatically. So, every morning this man wakes up and sees that face first thing? Tong covered his face again. Please stop talking. Ayu narrowed her eyes. Do you cook for him? Tong mumbled weakly. Sometimes. The screaming started again. Oh my god. He plays house. He is literally a mafia housewife. I am not. Shanku suddenly looked at Tong quietly. You made strawberry pancakes yesterday? There's silence. Tong froze completely. His friends stares at him in horror. You made him what? Shungi asked slowly. Tong looked betrayed. Why would you say that out loud? Shankuk looked amused now. They were good. Jimin looked like he might cry. Our Tong is gone. He whispered dramatically. That man turned him into a husband. Tong groaned loudly and dropped his forehead onto the table. Meanwhile, Jungkook gently fixed Tong's messy hair with one hand, completely naturally, like he had been doing it forever. And somehow, that tiny action shocked the friend group more than anything else. For the full 5 seconds, nobody at the table spoke. They all just stared at Jeon Jungkook casually fixing Kim Tong's hair with the kind of ease that screamed habit, routine, domestic, dangerously affectionate. Jimmy slammed both hands on the table dramatically. That was insanely married. Tong almost fell off his chair. It was not. Ayu pointed aggressively. He didn't even think before touching you. Because he always does. Was your killer. The moment those words came out, everyone froze, including Tong, slowly. 5 eyes turned toward him. Tong's eyes widened in horror. I can explain. No. Shungi said calm. Please don't. Chaeyoung clutched her chest dramatically. Oh my god. They are in deep. Tong looked ready to combust. Jungkook, meanwhile, looked entirely too relaxed for someone causing this much emotional damage. Jimmy leaning closer suspiciously. So what else does he do automatically? Tong immediately shook his head. Nothing. Shankar spoke at the same time. He steals my hoodies. Stop. Tong gasped. Traitor. He falls asleep on the couch waiting for me. Shankar. He refuses eating vegetable unless I tell the chef to hide it. The friends group losing control. It was literally wiping tears from laughing too hard. This is the cutest psychological disaster I have ever seen. Tong buried his face in Shankar's shoulder without thinking. The entire table went silent again because he did it naturally, comfortably, like it was the safest place in the world. Tong himself realized it 2 seconds too late what he had done. He froze, slowly lifted his head and made 5 horrified expressions. Oh no. Hoseok pointed at them with trembling hands. Did you see that? He ought to snuggle. Chaeyoung screamed quietly. Ought to snuggle is crazy. Yoongi muttered. Jimin looked genuinely emotional now. He trusts him. That sentence hit differently. Taeyong's smile faded slightly because it was true. He did trust Jungkook, a terrifyingly amount. Jungkook looked down at Taeyong beside him, expression softer now than he also took in sleep. Taeyong's soul screamed. What? The table exploded. You sleep together? I knew it. This is better than drama series. Taeyong grabbed Jungkook's arm desperately. Stop exposing me. Jungkook finally laughed softly again. That deep, quiet laugh that only appeared around them. And unfortunately, the friends noticed that too. Ayu slowly narrowed her eyes. Fate. Everyone looked at her. You laugh more around him. she told Jungkook directly. The table became quiet. Even Taeyong looked surprised because it was true. The terrifying mafia boss who made grown men shake in fear somehow smiled continuously around Taeyong. Jungkook glares toward Tae beside him. Then answered simply, "He is funny." Taeyong stares at him blankly. His heartbeat suddenly felt strange again, firm and fast. Meanwhile, Jimin looked between them dramatically. You two are disgustingly gone for each other. Neither of them denied it this time. It was day where Jungkook took Tae somewhere for the date, but didn't tell Tae fear, which immediately made Kim Taeyong nervous. She was smiling too much. He accused her while walking down the mansion stairs. Jungkook looked up from his phone calmly. I smile normally. No, you don't. You smile like that when you're planning something. Jungkook slowly put his phone away. I am planning something. Taeyong stopped midway down the stair dramatically. Am I going to survive it? Jungkook's lips twitched slightly. Probably. That's not comforting. But despite his complaint, Taeyong still walked toward him, wearing the soft cream sweater Jungkook secretly liked on him. And Jungkook noticed his gaze lingering for extra second too long. Taeyong's ears turned pink. Stop staring. You wore my favorite one. You literally bought half my closet. Still my favorite. Taeyong quickly looked away to hide his smile. Outside, black luxury cars waited as usual. But instead of city, they drove toward the sea. Taeyong blinked in confusion. Once they arrived, the massive luxury yacht waited near the door. Light glowing beautifully against the dark ocean. Taeyong stopped walking. What is that? Jungkook looked genuinely confused. A yacht? I know it's a yacht. The servants standing nearly and hiding their smile. Taeyong stares at Jungkook in disbelief. You rented an entire yacht? No, I bought it. Taeyong looked at him like he personally caused global warming. You are insane. Jungkook gently placed a hand on Tae's lower back, guiding him forward. Come on, princess. The yacht was beautiful, too beautiful. There were only the few servants around. No, for privacy, no guards crowding them, no mafia meeting, no showers, just them. Taeyong leaned against the railing quietly while staring at the ocean. It's peaceful. Jungkook watched him instead of the view. Yes. Taeyong looked over suspiciously. You are not even looking at the water. I already saw something prettier. Taeyong's brain short circuit instantly. You flirt like a criminal. I am a criminal. That somehow was. Jungkook laughed softly. The sound mixed beautifully with the waves. Later, dinner was served outside under soft golden lights. Taeyong kept gushing. Jungkook staring at him across the table, not in a starry way anymore, just one, like he genuinely enjoyed simply watching him exist. It made Taeyong's heart feel wired, warm. At some point, Jungkook quietly wiped cream from the corner of Taeyong's lips with his thumb. The movement was natural. Taeyong completely forgot how to breathe. Jungkook noticed it immediately. You still get shy? You make it impossible to not. The mafia boss looked away, too pleased hearing that. After dinner, they moved back toward the deck. The yacht drifted slowly across the dark water, while the city lights glinted far away now. Wind blew. Taeyong stared softly across his eyes. Without thinking, Jungkook reached over and fixed it gently behind his ear. Then his hand stayed there, resting against Tae's cheek. Taeyong's breath slowed. Everything suddenly felt quiet. The ocean, the light, the night. Only Jungkook existed. Jungkook, looking at him carefully, almost curiously for once, asking you to marry me? Probably would have been more normal. He muttered. Taeyong smiled softly, but less memorable. A small smile appeared on Jungkook's lips too. Then slowly, very slowly, he stepped closer. Taeyong's heartbeat started pounding. Jungkook's thumb brushed softly across his cheek. If I kiss you now, he said quietly, eyes dropping to Tae's lips. Will you run away again? Taeyong started answering comfortably, but his voice came out tiny. Maybe. Jungkook smiled faintly. Liar. Then finally he kissed him. Properly this time. Not a sudden kiss. slow enough to feel every heartbeat, warm lips against his, one hand holding his waist carefully like something precious, the other still cradling his face gently. Thong melted instantly, his fingers grabbed Jungkook's coat automatically. As the ocean breeze surrounded them softly, the servants quickly looked away to give them privacy. But neither of them noticed it because for those few seconds it felt like the whole world belonged only to them. The yacht date had already completed, drained Kim Dong emotionally. The ocean, the light, the soft dinner, and now Jeon Jungkook kissing him slowly under the sky like Dong was something precious. Dong's knees genuinely felt weak when Jungkook finally pulled it back slightly. Their foreheads rested together, both breathing soft. Dong's face was completely red. He kissed dangerously. He whispered shakily. Jungkook smirked faintly. You survived? Barely. Jungkook laughed quietly again, then suddenly he stopped again. Dong blinked in confusion. Why do I feel nervous? You sure? That's not reassuring. Jungkook reached into his pocket, coat slowly. Dong immediately pointed accusingly. If you pull out the gun during a romantic moment, I'm jumping into the ocean. The servant nearly choked, trying not to laugh. Jungkook looked offended. I'm trying to be romantic. You threatened me with a gun the first day we met, and you still accepted my ring? Fear. Jungkook shook his head softly, then finally, instead of weapon, he pulled out a small black velvet box. Dong froze completely. The ocean breeze suddenly felt too cold, too real. Jungkook looked strangely calm. For someone about to change another person's entire life, meanwhile, Dong's heart was second away from exploding. Jungkook. The mafia boss opened the box slowly. Inside was a beautiful ring, black gold, with tiny diamonds hiding along the edges. Elegant, dangerous, beautiful. Just like him, Dong stared speechlessly. Jungkook looked at the ring for a second before speaking. You know, he murmured, this wasn't supposed to happen. Dong looked up slowly. The engagement? You moving into my house? Me carrying this much? His voice stayed calm but honest. People fear me, Dong. They obey me. Jungkook's eyes softened slightly. But you? He stepped closer again. You crashed into my life wearing wedding clothes and somehow become the safest part of it. Dong's eyes started burning with tears immediately. Jungkook smiled faintly, saying that, don't cry already. I am not finished. Dong laughed shakily. While wiping his eyes, Jungkook gently took his hand, this time carefully, properly, not like the rushed engagement in the rain, not like joke, like something sacred. When you asked me to marry you that night, Jungkook said softly, I accepted because I was curious. Dong breathed trembled. But now, Jungkook slowly get down on his knee every second. Someone nearly instantly looked away respectfully. Dong completely stopped breathing. Now I am asking because I am in love with you. The word went silent. Even the ocean felt quieter. Jungkook looked up at him steadily, noticing no arrogance, just honesty. Kim Dong, he says softly. Will you marry me for real this time? Dong broke instantly, tears fell down his cheek while laughing at the same time. You idiot, he whispered emotionally. Jungkook raised an eyebrow slightly. That is yes, or should I threaten you again? Dong laughed harder through tears. Then without hesitation, he nodded quickly. Yes. Jungkook's entire expression softened in a way Dong had never seen before. Relief, actual relief. Then Jungkook stood up and slid the new ring into Dong's finger beside the first one. Beautiful, perfect. And before Dong could cry even more, Jungkook pulled him closer, kissed him again, while the yacht drifted quietly beneath the stars. The mansion has never seen this level of showers before, and that was saying something because now wedding preparation for Kim Dong and Jeon Jungkook were officially underway, which means one thing: Dong's parents had been invited, and that was the first mistake. He entered the mansion first, stopped. Oh, Hoseok stepped behind him. Oh. Ayo whispered, guys, why does it look like a billionaire villain's place? Hyungi calmly added, because it is. Dong rubbed his rushed in immediately. Please don't break anything. Shayon already touched the golden vase. It's heavy and expensive looking. Tong screamed, don't touch it. On Jungkook walked it down the stair, black shirt sleeves rolled up, completely calm. The entire friend group froze. Jimin slowly pointed. That's him, Hoseok whispered. He looks like you on oxygen. Ayo muttered. Why is he hotter in his house? Hyungi, this is scientifically unfair. Jungkook looked at them, then at Tong. Your friends? Tong nodded nervously. Yes. Jungkook gave a small nod. Good. They are loud. Jimin immediately gasped. Excuse me? Tong slapped his arm. Don't start. But then Jungkook did something unexpected. He smiled, just slightly. I like loud people. Silence. Ayo whispered. We are adopted. The dining table was now crowded in. Wedding magazine, fabric sample, flowers, random glitters. Nobody knows who bought it. Hoseok shouted. The theme should be gold. Shayon disagreed instantly. No, black and white drama. Ayo screamed. So puzzled. Jimin yelled. What if we add fireworks? Tong held his head. Why are you all like this? Hyungi calmly said. Because no one is in control. Jungkook surprisingly was just watching and smiling slightly. Tong noticed it immediately. You are enjoying this. Jungkook nodded. Yes. Why? Your friends are entertaining. Jimin overheard. We are not entertainment. Jungkook. You are, Jimin. I like him. Shayon suddenly held up wedding outfit. This one so strong. Jungkook immediately. No. Everyone present. Why? Ayo asked. Jungkook looked at Tong, too revealing. Tong nearly shocked. It's a normal outfit. Jungkook calmly added. I don't like it. Silence. Then Hoseok whispered. He is already acting like a husband. Jimin nodded seriously. He is possessive professionally. At one point, Tong walked into the garden for peace, only to find Jungkook and Yoongi standing there. Yoongi was speaking calmly. You are surprisingly tolerable. Jungkook. You are surprisingly quiet. Yoongi. I observe. Jungkook. I diminish. Yoongi. Phew. Tong screamed internally. Why are you two talking like that? Jungkook turned it to him softly. Your friend is smart. Tong. That's not the issue. Hyungi flatly. I'm trying to join the gang. Tong yelled. No, you won't. Hyun? Jungkook and Yoongi passed each other a look. They both shrugged and left. Later, while everyone was arguing inside, Jungkook stood beside Tong in the hallway, watching showers through the glass door. Tong said, I'm sorry for them. Jungkook shook his head. No. Tong looked at him. They are loud, chaotic, annoying. Jungkook paused. They make so laugh. Tong blinked, then smiled softly. Yeah. Jungkook looked at him for a moment, then quietly. I like that. Tong, your heart stopped instantly. You are getting soft. Jungkook smirked slightly, only around you. From inside the mansion, Jimin screamed, Guys, they are having a romantic moment again. Ayo, we are never finishing this wedding. Hoseok, I don't care, ship them. Hyungi, I need silence. And outside, Tong leaned slightly closer to Jungkook without even realizing it. And Jungkook didn't move away, not even once. The wedding day arrived faster than anyone expected, and somehow, against all odds, the mansion was still standing barely inside. Kim Dong was being dragged in 5 different directions at once. I said, Don't pin it here. Dong yelled. Chaeyeon was holding the veil. It looks prettier, Hayo. Jimin around him this side. No, lower. He looks mysterious. Hoseok screamed. What if we add flowers in his hair? Tong looked horrified. I am not a garden. Yoongi sitting calmly with a cup of tea muttered, This is why I don't want to be involved. Meanwhile, outside the grand hall stood Jeon Jungkook, black suit, cold expression, but eyes softer. He wasn't nervous, just waiting. His gaze kept drifting toward the door. One of his guards whispered, Boss, everything is ready. Jungkook nodded once. Good. Then quietly added, If anyone messes up his movement, I will personally handle this. The guard immediately shut up. Tong was now being forced into the suit. Why is this tight? He complained. Ayo gasped. Because it's started. It's strangling me. Jimin clapped. That's fashion. Tong looked at him betrayed. You're enjoying this too much. Seok suddenly screamed, Fate. Where are the rings? Everyone froze. Silence. Chaeyeon slowly turned it. What rings? Tong slowly looked up. Please, tell me you didn't lose them. Shimin blinked. I thought Ayu had them. Ayu gasped. I thought Hyungi had them. Hyungi slowly lowered his tea. I don't hold emotional responsibility. Tong screamed internally. You lost my wedding rings? Panic erupted. Hoseok started searching undershirt. They were important. They are the most important thing. The door burst open. Silence again. Jungkook walked in. He looked at the showers, then at Tong. What happened? Tong turned slowly. We lost the rings. This silence. Jungkook blinked once, then calmly reached into the pocket and pulled out both rings. Everyone froze. How did you have them? Jungkook looked at her like he was obvious. I gave them to security, Chaeyeon whispered. He is terrifyingly prepared. Tong sighed in relief. I'm going to faint. Jungkook stepped closer and gently fixed Tong's slightly messy outfit. You look good. Tong paused, then mumbled. You are not supposed to compliment me right now. I will whenever I want. Music started. Guests stood, all eyes turned. Tong walked forward slowly. The show's brain suddenly became quiet for the first time. Even Jimin whispered, Okay, this is actually beautiful. Ayu sniffed, Don't get emotional now. Hoseok whispered, I am proud of him. Hyungi simply nodded, and for the end of the essay, Jungkook was waiting, watching him. He had been waiting his whole life. Tong reassured him. They stood face to face. Jungkook leaned slightly closer. You survived your friends, Tong whispered palely. The faint smile appeared on Jungkook's lips. Good. Then softer. You're mine now, for real. Tong's face turned red instantly. That sounds like a big treat. Jungkook nodded. It is. Tong sighed. I love you. That made Jungkook pause for half a second, then his expression softened completely. Say it again. Tong smiled. No. Jungkook leaned closer. I will increase security at your university. Tong gasped. That's blackmail. Say it. Tong groaned. I love you. Jungkook finally smiled properly. The entire hall watched the Mafia King, who feared no one, looked completely defeated by one sentence from Tong. Behind them, Jimin whispered, Yeah, this is definitely the most dangerous couple I have ever seen. Ayu nodded, and I love it. And somewhere between showers, laughter, and love, the wedding finally began. Kim Dong stood at the atla facing Jeon Jungkook, both of them surrounded by the music, golden light, and the way two emotional people trying not to scream. Jimin was already crying. Hoseok was whispering, This is history. Ayu was recording everything. Hyungi looked like he was regretting attending life in general. Tong leaned slightly toward Jungkook. My friends are staring. Jungkook, don't look away from him. Let them. Tong whispered, This is embarrassing. Jungkook replied calmly, You ran away from a wedding once and crashed onto me. Look where the small interaction got us. Tong gasped softly. You are still bringing that up? A faint smirk appeared on Jungkook's lips. Forever. The official cleared their throat. Nervously, shall we begin? Silence fell properly this time. Even the shouting friends stopped moving. The vows began. Tong's hands were slightly shaking when he spoke. I never thought I would end up here. A small laugh from the crowd. He looked at Jungkook. I thought I was running away from a life I didn't want. His voice softened. But I think I was just running towards something I didn't understand it. Jungkook's eyes darkened slightly, focused only on him. Tong smiled faintly, and somehow I find you in the middle of all that ups and downs. A bit of silence, then softly. So I am not scared anymore. Jungkook's expression changed slightly at that. Tong finished. I sure so. They all went silent. Even Jimin stopped crying for a second. Now it was Jungkook's turn. He didn't look away at anyone else, only Tong. His voice was lower than usual.